All right, guys, let's get some NBA picks and props for Wednesday, May 15th slate of games. Trey, leaderboard. Now.
Yeah, guys, I am 0-1. That's because I gave out the Pacers plus 2.5 versus the Knicks. If only I could have stopped the game after, the first 4 or 5 minutes, because the Pacers, they were looking very good. And then the Knicks, they just decided to stop playing around, and they just beat the crap out of the Pacers. And the Pacers never could react. They were trying to push the pace, but that just kind of was just pushing into turnovers. I'm hoping that the Pacers can respond with it going back to Indianapolis for a massive Game 6. The Pacers, they lost big.
Yep, I haven't looked at my game. I don't even know if it started yet. I've got the T-Wolves plus 4.5 tonight going up against the Nuggets. I'm assuming tip-off's going to be up here soon. So hopefully the T-Wolves can continue the trends of the road team winning. So I've got the T-Wolves plus 4.5. Trey, let's go with the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I am 0-0. That's because I gave out Karl-Anthony Towns over 18.5 points versus the Nuggets. I'm hoping for a Jalen Brunson-like night from Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson, man. That was my play. Over 31.5 points at 28.5. I mean, this dude's just different. He was hitting everything. He feels – I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. He looked really good out there. Another 40-plus point game from him. I think that's, 5 40-plus point games from him in the postseason now. So he was balling. He was doing his thing. Had the over 31.5, 1-0 day. Trey, let's go to the plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be attacking this Dallas Mavericks going up against Oklahoma City Thunder game, and I'm excited to watch this game. This series, it's been a back-and-forth battle so far, with the series being tied 2-2, and with this game being back in OKC, I do expect the Thunder to roll, pun intended. Give me the Thunder here, minus 4.5 in this game. I took the Thunder plus 1.5 in Game 4, and the Thunder, they ended up winning straight up, and I do believe that they're going to do the same here in this one, because Dallas, they're simply limping to the finish line here, and I love the strategy that the Thunder are using too. P.J. Washington has been the Mavericks' leading scorer in each of their last 3 games. You know what? That's pretty good whenever their bench depth does help them. But at the end of the day, Luka and Kyrie still need to do something, and they've been complete no-shows in the Thunder. They're forcing the Mavericks role players to take all the open shots while they're just smothering Kyrie and Luka. And I expect that strategy to continue to work here in this game, because so far this series, the Thunder, they've been able to pour on the points on this very good Mavericks defense. They've averaged 107 points per game so far this series. And if they can push that to 110 here in this one, I have confidence that we're going to cover this spread, because Dallas, they're only averaging 104.5 points per game so far this entire postseason. And with the Thunder defense stepping up throughout this entire series, I expect OKC to go back home and win and cover this game. So give me the Thunder here, minus 4.5 against the Mavericks.
Yeah, love the play there for you, Trey. For my play, it's going to be short and sweet. Looking at the Cavs going up against the Bostons, the lead is 3-1 in favor of Boston. Boston's going back home in this game. Looks like Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen are not going to play. I'm taking Boston minus 14.5 to wrap up this series. If Donovan Mitchell does play, this number is probably going to come down just a little bit. If he doesn't play, if he does play, it doesn't really matter. This line is screaming to take the Boston Celtics. It's begging us to take the Cleveland Cavaliers with all those points. But the last thing that the Celtics want to do is drop this game and then have to travel to the Cavaliers in game number 6 and waste all that time and effort. Boston, they didn't cover for us in game number 4, but I did think the Cavaliers played their best overall game. Everybody was contributing a lot more without Donovan Mitchell on the floor. I thought they played a lot better without him, but the Cavaliers, they were in that game for 3 quarters, and then the Boston Celtics took control. 15-point lead in the 4th quarter. They just blew it down the stretch. They blew the cover. We should see the Boston Celtics wrap up this series. I think they're going to do it in a blowout fashion, getting a couple days extra rest, hopefully playing the Knicks in the next series. Give me Boston here to wrap up this series, minus 14.5 as the play. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Evan Mobley here. I obviously agree with Bear that the Celtics are going to win and probably cover that game. But Evan Mobley is the last man standing here, so I'm going to take him to go over 16.5 points versus Celtics. I love this over from Mobley in this game. We have to see him step up big here for the Cavaliers, and that's what he's been doing so far this series. Because so far against the Celtics, Mobley, he's averaging 18.5 points per game, which is over this number. And he scored 17-plus points in all 4 of the games so far. And I have to expect Mobley to continue to hit that average here, because that's simply what is going to be required. There really isn't anybody else on this Cavaliers team that can score the basketball at this moment. Mobley, and he's getting some good matchups in the painted area too, whether that's Horford or whether that's a smaller Jason Tatum. I love that Evan Mobley is just being physical throughout this series, because we've known him as a defensive stopper, and he's finally starting to tune in his offensive skills. And I love that this is a road game, actually, because so far this season, Mobley, he's averaging a full 3 points more per game on the road this season. So it seems like Mobley enjoys quieting the road crowd. So I'm going to take Evan Mobley here to go over 16.5 points against the Celtics.
Yeah, I do like the play there for you, Trey. For my player prop, give me PJ Washington over 15.5 points going up against the Thunder. The Thunder are playing fantastic defense, but something strange is happening with PJ Washington. This is a guy who came over from the Hornets this season. He didn't make a huge impact for them in the regular season. He only scored 11 points per game. In the series against the Thunder, I can make the argument that he's the best player on the floor for the Mavericks. In the first game against the Thunder, he scored 10 points, 6 rebounds. It was his normal type game for the regular season. He also only shot 7 times in game number 1. Then all of a sudden, the next 3 games, he scored 20-plus points in every single game. He shot 18-plus times in 3 consecutive games. He's taken 11-plus three-point attempts in every single game. The Thunder are letting P.J. Washington have open looks, take open jumpers, and P.J. Washington is making the most of it. And he's knocked out about half of those wide-open three-point shots. The Thunder are taking away Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, and they are making other people beat them in this series. I can't remember the last time that I've seen Luka go 4 consecutive games without scoring 30-plus points. The Thunder have kept him under 30 in all 4 games this series. It's the same with Kyrie Irving. He's not getting a lot of opportunities. He scored single-digit points in 2 of the 4 games. P.J. Washington is the answer for the Dallas Mavericks. I'm going to take him over his total points in this game, 15.5 points. He's going to continue to knock down his open looks. P.J. Washington over 15.5 points as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I went the Thunder here, minus 4.5 against the Mavericks. It's going back to Oklahoma City. Their crowd is going to be going bananas, so I feel like they're going to cover and win that game. Also going with Evan Mobley over 16.5 points versus the Celtics. Mobley is not really anyone else in this Cavaliers team besides maybe Strus and my boy Dean Wade that's doing anything. So I feel like Evan Mobley's going to show up.
If Dean Wade comes off the bench and hits more than 2 threes, I'm going to lose my mind. I've got Boston. The line's dropped from 15.5 to 14.5. I think it's because Mitchell's now day-to-day. It was listed as out a couple hours ago. Now it's day-to-day. I don't know if he's going to play. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to take him minus 14.5. They give me P.J. Washington over 15.5 points going up against the Thunder. Luka's getting shut down. Kyrie's getting shut down. P.J. Washington has all the open looks. Take him to go over his total points. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Wednesday, May 15th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,